My show is about exposing all the restaurants, bars, eateries, wineries in the Northwest Indiana to all our viewers out there. I got started doing this show basically on a whim. There was a gentleman called Tavis, and he came and visited me at, I used to be a grocery store deli director. He visited me and asked me to come on the show once. I came on for a little 15-minute segment, and from there it just grew. I used to come once a month, and I used to do special things, seasonal items. And eventually, after, I don't know, a year or so, I felt like, well, let's start promoting some of the restaurants and bars and eateries and breweries and farmers and anything that deals with the food industry that's Northwest Indiana. And at first it was just once a month. Now it's become basically a weekly show. I worked at grocery stores for about 21 years as deli bakery directors, and I learned a lot about food then, because customers are always asking you, how do you make this? What's your suggestion for that? What's the portion for that? And I love that. I don't know why, I just love informing people about food and how to make it better, or how to make it easier, how to make it not so expensive, how to save time so you're not all day sitting in the kitchen all day just making something. The reason I do it is because I grew up in this area my whole life, and we are always exposed to basically all the Chicagoland TV. Nothing about Northwest Indiana, nothing about our streets that are around here. So everything seemed unfamiliar to me when they talked about Chicago. So it's kind of nice that we do things here in Northwest Indiana that's familiar to us, the surrounding, the streets, and the establishments that we are featuring. Chicago food, I feel there's just a little bit too much glitz and glamour with it. It's too overexposed, it's too hyped up. In Northwest Indiana, we got our own food. There's things that we like here that they don't do in Chicago. And one of the examples that's a big staple in Northwest Indiana that you'll probably find nowhere else in the nation is lemon rice soup. Everyone loves lemon rice soup. So those are the things that we try to do. What are the breweries that are in Northwest Indiana making the flavors that we like? What are the restaurants that are cooking the flavors that we want to taste? Who are the producers of food, or the farmers, or the breweries? And they're gearing their stuff towards our palate, not Chicago's palate, but our palate here in Northwest Indiana.